How are you?
The Booster Club would like to welcome you to the Senior Athletic Banquet, a time when we come together to recognize the senior athletes and their accomplishments throughout their high school career. There are many people who help make our athletic program a success. Without their support, our program would not be what it is today. We would like to thank you all for everything that you have done. We hope you enjoy your meal and the award ceremony. Thank you.
All right, this is a great turnout. This is great to see the supportive people as you always are. And again, we say goodbye to a great senior class. I looked around this room a little bit, and I just, 2 years of being 50, and I see a few kids that went to play pee-wees and grasshoppers. And it's quite a change to see them when they're seniors getting ready to go. But it's gratifying to know that they dedicated themselves and made our school proud and represented their community with class. And I've always said Northeastern kids are the best, and I don't just say that to pacify, but coaching up there for 30 years, I've seen it all. And from day one, we've got the best, and they deserve a big round of applause. I could sit and write stuff on paper, and I could probably talk all night about all the good people in this community. But years ago, I don't know, how many years ago, Calvin, did we put them lights up? Is that
90, 91.
91? You know, that's quite a while ago. The Booster Club started, and there were a lot of years where we didn't know whether it was going to keep continuing. But to make a long story short, we've had good people over the years, but the 4 people we got right now at that table, well, there's 1, 2, 3. Where's Dorothy?
At the bar.
Oh. But, Dorothy, get out here. I'm actually complimenting you for a change. Don't run, I don't want you to slip or something.
Yes.
I'd like you to stand up. I want you people to recognize these 4 people because nights like this don't happen. Please stand up, ladies. They deserve a big round of applause. Hours and hours and hours of dedication. That's hard to find. And thank you very much. And when we get done, I've got to see you. I need some money for you. But anyway, like I said, I could carry on all night. I could look at this crowd. I could people out that have helped us over the years. But we all know when the chips are down that we all support each other, whether it be at school or anything in the community. And that's what's so unique about being in the North Front. So unique. Now, I need a little help, okay? We've got a speaker tonight. She was a phenomenal athlete. And I don't know, all the time she was in sports, I never saw her nervous. Any of you seniors, I don't know if you remember her, but she never got nervous. But, you know, she was sitting here and she's saying, you know, I've never been nervous. I took speech, I did all this stuff. I'm looking around, I'm nervous. So what I'd like to do before I get her up here is everybody will do it in unison. Say, don't be nervous, okay? 1, 2, 3.
Don't be nervous.
Yeah. Do I have you anything else? Okay. Our guest speaker, Mallory Honan, and I'm sure she's going to have nice things to say, but she was one terrific athlete. Thank you.
Well, thank
you, Mr. Dumas, for that introduction. I'm sure he'd appreciate that one of my favorite high school memories is him sitting in his pickup truck yelling at his JV soccer boys. While I was fortunate enough never to be one of his athletes, I always enjoyed the show. So it's been a while since I've had to speak in front of a large group of people or even dress presentable. Now that I live in Burlington all year round, I usually find myself training in sweatsuits or covered in manure working in the field for my research. So I really appreciate the opportunity that I get to speak in front of you and feel a little bit more civilized for the evening. When Mr. Trombley asked me to speak in front of you tonight, it triggered incredible self-reflection of my personal growth as both a person and an athlete over the past several years. But these thoughts were followed by the realization I did agree to speak in front of a large group of people. In my defense, I think I was on hour 7 of studying the anatomy of a cat, so really anything sounded better. Now, I was expecting a podium, so please ignore my nervous antics while I have to read for the speech. I'm really flattered to be able to speak in front of you tonight. I've had the pleasure of being teammates with so many of you, and I want to offer my congratulations for completing high school. It's a really big step in your life. 3 years ago, I was sitting in your chair, anxiously waiting to start the next chapter of my life at the University of Vermont. And I'm happy to say that I'm a very different person than I was 3 years ago. It's strange because at that age, I thought I had everything figured out. I'm sure a lot of people feel the same way. But now, as I get older, and the farther I go in life, the more I realize I don't have anything figured out. But every time I realize this more and more, it just makes me more excited for the next chapter of my life, and I hope you have that excitement as well. If I could define myself in one word, my senior year in high school, at that point, it would be a planner. And to give you a quick spoiler alert, life is not something that you can plan or something you should try to. If you asked my 13-year-old self what I saw myself doing in about 8 years, I promise you I would not have said running Division I track and field. I mean, you'd have to ask me that after finding me hiding behind the high jump mat eating cupcakes before my race. Because that never happens now. I would have told you that I'd be playing soccer and studying in school with the hopes of becoming a veterinarian. But here I am. I just finished up my junior season as a captain of the UVM track team, ready to keep training, and hopefully I'll be pursuing a degree in marine biology in the next couple of years, but not before taking some time off to train with the hopes of becoming a U.S. skeleton athlete. What athletics has taught me the most is to enjoy the ride. Mistakes are okay, and so is failing, but what the most important thing is what you take away from each experience. I'm about to wrap up my first year as a track coach at South Burlington High School. I've gained so much respect for coaches after coaching 60 different athletes from November until now. I'm leaving tomorrow morning to endure a 12-hour road trip to North Carolina to New Balance Nationals with my first-year athlete, Odessa. Odessa is a first-year athlete that I've had the pleasure of coaching, and she qualified for both long and triple in the event. And it's been a really exciting year with her. This past weekend, I traveled down to New Bern, Connecticut with her and her mom, Debbie. And on the car ride back to Vermont, Debbie asked me what made me change my mind for going to college for track instead of soccer. I had also mentioned to her that I did always plan on being a soccer player in college instead of a track athlete. I told her it wasn't until halfway through my senior year that I knew track was truly the sport I wanted to contend at a higher level. And even though I didn't choose soccer, there's still many times that I miss it more than anything, and I'm really excited for the next opportunity I have to compete in it. Because, if I'm being honest, I did not always love track. And I've shared the same thought I'm sure many of you have, is why would you want to run as a sport? But clearly things have changed. As a high hurdler and a jumper, I can spend hours and hours watching one video of me hurdling or jumping and write down a page worth of things I need to fix about my form or anything about my technique. But I wasn't always striving for technical perfection in the sport. Reflecting on my senior year, I can see that I changed my outlook on things from what I had to do to what I wanted to do. I no longer had to go to practice because I signed up for the sport. I wanted to because becoming an ultimate competitor was my top goal. There are so many parallels between academics, athletics, and life in general. And athletics is a great opportunity to practice values and habits that can translate into other aspects of your life. I slowly experienced this firsthand, and it has had a tremendous impact on my life. I don't have to go to class. I want to because I really value the opportunity I have to gain an education. I appreciate incredible self-development and the structuring of who I am today because of sports. Every day I'm still gaining so much from athletics in ways that I never expected. Like I was saying, it was my senior year when my college plan shifted. Since basketball had always been a hopeless sport for me as someone who was more of a physical competitor when it came to contact sports, and volleyball was moved to a fall sport, I did not have a winter sport to compete in. My senior year, I was fortunate enough that Seton High School allowed me to travel and practice with them weekly as an athlete while I still represented NCCS. Throughout the whole season, I was able to go to meets, and every weekend, I woke up in a different state, in a different hotel, ready to put hours and hours of technical work into an event that only takes me 8 seconds to do. I was able to compete at some of the best tracks in New England, including Yale, Dartmouth, and Reggie Lewis. I never felt more like an athlete until this season. I was surrounded by girls who had been playing and run Division I track the majority of their high school career, and this was incredibly intimidating to me. But this feeling of intimidation pushed me. I had never been surrounded by such a population of highly focused and driven athletes, and ever since then, I never wanted to be in an environment of anything less. In March, I decided to take a scholarship offer to run at the University of Vermont. I still remember when I was sitting in the NCCS library when I received the email from the head coach with the national letter of intent attached and began crying. I've accomplished things I never dreamed of with the UVM program. I've captured a Division I New England title in the long jump my sophomore year. I claimed the university record in the 60-meter hurdles my junior year, and I've had 9 all-conference performances. I just finished up my year as a junior, being voted the most valuable player on the team. I'm working towards nationals in my senior year, while I'm currently on the edge of long jumping 20 feet. It's amazing to think I'm about to enter my last year as a track athlete at the University of Vermont, and I'm really sad to say it goes by any quicker in college than it did in high school. I know not all of you have made plans to continue athletics in this next part of your life, but I hope you value your experience of being an athlete at NCCS. Remember that this is your journey, incomparable to anyone else's. It's easy to fall into the idea that everyone has a set path you must follow, because so many of you have been with the same group of people competing at the same 2 or 3 sports your whole life and being in the same classes with everyone. And now suddenly you're all going your separate ways. Some may be college, working, the military, or taking some time off before continuing your education. Nerves are okay, but I truly hope you're excited for this next chapter of your life. My last piece of advice is no matter how far you go and what you do, never forget who supported you each step of the way. Every time I was written about in the paper, being a headline or a note with just a sentence mentioned, there was a neighbor, a teacher, or a teammate's parent who would always cut it out and give it to me. My track coach, Ann Lynch, still attends my college meets today and always provides a shoulder to cry on when I don't perform as well as I'd hoped. Thank your parents and guardians who have attended meets, matches, and games over the past several years and offered unlimited support. Thank you for having me here tonight, and congratulations to the class of 2016.
Okay, thank you very much. Quite impressive. Did you say you jumped 20 feet? Takes me a little over a minute to walk 20 feet. That's awesome. Yep. How about you, Josh? When was the last time you walked 20 feet? Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to give out the awards. And when you come up, Julie, where's the best spot for them? Right where I am. Okay, so I'm going to get over here. You stay right in your seat instead of lining up, and get up by Nick, and we'll get a picture. Okay? Let's vote. All right. Melanie Adams. She is a 2-year. She is a 2-year letter winner in softball and a 1-year letter winner in tennis. She is also a 2-year letter winner in soccer, as well as a member of the 2015-16 CDAC champion team. During the 2015-16 soccer season, she became MVP and a Division I second team All-Star. Cassandra Babby. Cassandra was a letter winner in cheerleading. Her team won the first sectional championship in cheerleading in Section 7. Haley, oh my goodness gracious, I knew that was going to happen. Mallory, I'm not nervous right now. Okay, Haley Bax. Haley was a letter winner in cheerleading. Her team won the first sectional championship in cheerleading in Section 7. Timothy Bedard. Tim was a 4-year letter winner in track and field. He is a 2-time sectional champion in discus. He was also named Most Valuable Athlete his senior year. Jessica Cartier. 4-year varsity member of the cheerleading team, winning the CBAC sectional competition each year, selected as most valuable cheerleader her senior year, captain of cheerleading in 2015-16 season. Whoa. Back up here. Holy cow, did I miss the boat in this one? You might want to get a chair. Okay, 2-year member of varsity soccer, Saranac tournament champion, CBAC champs, placing second in sectionals both years. Earned a most improved player award her senior year. 5-year member of the varsity track team, holding the school record in the 400-meter hurdles, as well as the school record holding relay teams for the 1,600-meter relay and the 3,200-meter relay. In 2014, as well as 2015 and 16, she placed second in the CBAC sectional championship in 100-meter hurdles. Track and field, most improved in 2014. Most valued player in 2015. Captain of track team in the 2015-16 season. After placing second in CBAC sectional championships in 400-meter dash her freshman year, she became the dominant force in the 400-meter hurdles, winning the sectional championships her sophomore, junior, and senior year. Placed 5th in New York State championships in 400-meter hurdles in 2014, and 3rd in New York State championships in the 400-meter hurdles in 2015. Finished 9th in New York State championships in 2016. Wow, nice job. Karen Duffy. Two-year letter winner in soccer, member of the 2015 Co-CBAC championship teams, 2-year letter winner in basketball, member of the 2015-16 CBAC championship team, Section 7 championship team, and regional finalist team. Basketball co-captain as a senior. Madison Dumas. Two-year letter winner in bowling, captain for 3 years, and the top bowler for girls at sectionals senior year with a cumulative 6-game total of 1,209. Selected for the CBAC All-Star State team both junior and senior year. Also received a Section 7 Sportsmanship Award at the state championships. Received MVP awards sophomore through senior year. 2-year letter winner in softball. Casey Frederick. Seven varsity letters. Varsity volleyball for 2 years. Most improved player as a senior, and team was second in the section. varsity basketball junior year, 4 years of varsity softball, most improved player sophomore year. Scott Fringe. Samantha DeLucci. Sam was a 2-year letter winner in soccer and a member of the CBAC championship team in 2015. She was also most improved player of the team in the 12th grade. She was a 3-year letter winner in hockey and a member of the state championship team in 2013. She made it to the Final Four in 2014 and 15. Sam was also a 2-year letter winner in track and a 1-year letter winner in golf. Joshua Hughes. Member of both cross-country and track and field teams since 7th grade and received a letter for each year in both events. Joshua was also a co-captain of the boys' varsity cross-country team during his senior year. Alex Gagnon. Alex was a varsity letter winner in soccer. He has received Most Improved Player and Most Valuable Player awards. He was also made second team All-Star his senior year. Alex also lettered in hockey. He was second team All-Star his junior and senior year. Alex also received MVP awards my junior and senior years in hockey. Rachel Hogan. Four-year varsity cheerleader. The team won the CBAC sectional competition each year. In the 2015-16 season, the team also was the Section 7 champion, allowing them to compete in New York's first state completion for cheerleading. Alex Hope. Alex was a 2-year letter winner in soccer. He was also a 1-year letter winner in basketball. Alex was a 3-year letter winner in baseball and also a senior on the team as a captain. Cameron Halbert. As a freshman, Cameron lettered in varsity hockey and played JV baseball, in which he was awarded with the team MVP, along with being a captain. He also played JV soccer. His sophomore year, he was moved up to play varsity baseball and was a captain of the JV soccer team and played varsity hockey. During his junior year, he was a varsity baseball captain and was awarded a first-team All-Star for pitching and was also named to the All-CBAC team. He played varsity hockey and varsity soccer as well as his junior year. In the summer to follow, he was a member of the Clinton County Mariners baseball team, who finished second place in the New York State Championships. Cam led the Mariners in wins from the mound. In his last year at NCCS, he was named the captain in all of his 3 sports, and also led the hockey team in goals for defensive. Anthony Jensen. Matt Jolly. 5-year varsity letter winner in bowling. Named Most Improved Bowler as an 8th grader and Most Valuable Player as a 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grader. Was a member of the CBAC All-Section team from 9th through 12th grade. As a junior, he held the Section 7 second highest average with a 196 and bowled the sectional's high game of a 298. As a senior, he held the section high average and high series with 202 and 723 respectively. He was also named CBAC Coaches All-Star Award recipient, CBAC Sportsmanship Award recipient, and State Championship Sportsmanship Award recipient. Matthew capped off his incredible high school bowling career with a 5th place finish at the state championships in Buffalo this past season. Gavin Landau. Justin LePayne. Justin was a member of the varsity golf team for 3 years, from 2012 through 2014. Justin was also a member of the varsity bowling team for 5 years, from 2012 through 2016. He was awarded the Most Improved Bowler in 2013. Katie Mata. Four-year letter winner and 3-year captain in soccer. Named to the CBAC All-Star Second Team in 2012 and the CBAC All-Star First Team in the 2013 and 2014 seasons. Selected as the CBAC MVP of the league for the 2015 season. Named MVP of the team for the 2013 and 14 seasons. And was a member of the CBAC championship team for the 2015 season. 4-year letter winner and 3-year captain in girls hockey. Member of the CBAC championship team during the 2013, 14, 15, and 16 seasons, and was a member of the state championship team during the 2013 season. Named CBAC First Team All-Star for the 14 and 16 seasons, and named Section 7's Player of the Year for the 2015 season. Was also named MVP of the team for the 2015 and 2016 seasons. 3-year letter winner and 1-year captain in softball. Received honorable mention for the 2014 season and named CBAC First Team All-Star for the 2015 season. 1-year letter winner in tennis and was recognized on the CBAC All-Star Second Team in the 2016 season. Devin McManus. Two-year varsity soccer player, varsity soccer captain, second team all-star, MVP. 2-year varsity basketball player, CBAC champion, Section 7 champion. 4-year varsity tennis player, 2-time CBAC champion, 1-time Section 7 champion, first team all-star. Dakota Morrison. 3-year letter winner in volleyball, MVP sophomore and senior year, named to the CBAC All-Star First Team, junior and senior year, captain junior and senior year, 2-year letter winner in softball, named scholar athlete for the spring sports season, senior year. Spencer Parsons. Letter winner for 4 years in both cross country and track and field. Almas Perisic. Almas has been a part of boys varsity soccer, has received his varsity letter as a senior. He and his team progressed through the 2015 season to reach the semifinals for sectionals. During this season, Almas was also the recipient of the John J. Hebert Scholar Athlete Award. Almas has also received 2 varsity letters being a part of the boys track and field teams as a junior and a senior. He attended the Queensberry Invitational as a senior, the Malone Invitation as a junior, and is qualified on his team to go to the sectionals both years. Almost has received 4 first places this season, along with 6 second places and an abundance of third places. He also was a captain for the boys track and field team in the 2016 season. Nisa Rabideau. Nisa was a varsity letter winner in volleyball. Shaylin Rao. Three-year letter winner in soccer. Was a member of the 2015 Co-CBAC Championship team. Was recognized on the CBAC All-Star teams. Honorable mention, grade 11. Second team, grade 12. Was named co-MVP of the team in grade 12. Three-year letter winner in basketball. In the 2015-16 season, was a member of the CBAC Championship team, Section 7 Championship team, and a regional finalist team. Was recognized on the CBAC All-Star teams, honorable mentions, grades 10 and 12, and second team, grade 11. Was named a team co-captain along with co-MVP of the team in grade 12. Two-year letter winner in softball. Victoria Ruger. Victoria was a varsity letter winner in track and field. Alexis Sample. Alexis was on varsity track for 2 years. She was also the manager for the girls varsity soccer team, who were CBAC champs. She was also a member on the junior varsity soccer team in her freshman and sophomore year. Megan Sheehan. Troy Pedro. Troy was a 2-year letter winner in varsity soccer. He is also a 5-year letter winner in varsity tennis. On the team, he took part in winning 3 CBAC championships. He also had 2 undefeated single seasons in his last 2 years of play and earned a spot at states this year during the sectionals tournament. In his 10th grade year, he was number 2 singles, second team All-Star. In his 11th and 12th grade years, he was number 2 singles, first team All-Star. In his 11th grade year, Troy was the most improved player. In 12th grade, he was the MVP. He is also the John J. Hebert Award winner for the 2016 spring season. Maddie Tucker. Madeline was a 4-year varsity letter winner in soccer. She was captain for 2 years and received CBAC second team All-Star 1 year. And the first team All-Star 2 years. She was also a 4-year letter winner in hockey. She was a captain for 1 year and was a member of the 2013 state champion team. She was a 5-year letter winner in softball. She was a captain for 1 year and received All-Star 3 years. Andrew Visconti.
All right, at this point in time, I'd like to introduce Mr. Josh Herrica, high school principal, who is going to be giving out the scholarship from the Booster Club.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for having me here this evening. I've always thought this was a very special night for athletes in their time in Northeastern Clinton. I'm a firm believer in athletics and having this opportunity to be part of your high school experience. And I'm very proud of all of you guys, all you gentlemen and ladies, I should say. I think it's been wonderful to hear all the different accolades that many of you have garnished over the last 4 years. And I wish you all the very best in the future. Without further ado, this year's Northeastern Clinton Booster Club Athletic Scholarship Award winners go to Katie Matat and Timothy Bedard.
Okay, so as the night comes to an end, I would like to just thank a couple people before we say our final closing remarks. First of all, let's thank Mallory Honan again for her great speech. As Mr. Dumas has already thanked, but we will thank again the Booster Club for putting this on and for all the help from and our beautiful MC, Mr. Franklin. Now, all of you seniors, I'm sure that you know that in the next couple days you're going to be given a bunch of advice and you're going to have to sit through some people giving you speeches, so I figured I would make this really short and sweet. So what I did was, when I was in college, I took a course on how to coach people, which you probably learn more actually coaching instead of in courses, but there was one book that one of the professors made me purchase, and as you will realize if you're going to college, they make you purchase books for an incredible amount of money. You might not even open them. But this book actually made it to my athletic director office, and every once in a while I open it, and it was written by a coach. His last name is Coach Wooden. He was a very, very highly renowned coach, won a ton of basketball championships, and I came across something that I'm going to read, and this is what I'm going to leave you with. So a parent's talk to a child before the first game. This is your first game, my child. I hope you win. I hope you win for your sake, not mine. Because winning is nice. It's a good feeling. Like the whole world is yours. But it passes, this feeling. And what lasts is what you have learned. And what you learn about is life. That's what sports are all about. Life. The whole thing is played out in an afternoon. The happiness of life, the miseries, the joys, the heartbreaks. There's no telling what'll turn up. There's no telling whether they'll toss you out in the first 5 minutes or whether you'll stay in for the long haul. There's no telling how you'll do. You might be a hero or you might be absolutely nothing. There's just no telling. Too much depends on chance, on how the ball bounces. I'm not talking about the game, my child. I'm talking about life. But it's life that the game is all about, just as I said. Because every game is life, and life is a game. A serious game. Dead serious. But that's what you do with the serious things. You do your best, you take what comes, and you run with it. Winning is fun, sure, but winning is not the point. Wanting to win is the point. Not giving up is the point. Never being satisfied with what you have done to that point. Never letting up is the point. Never letting anyone down is the point. Play to win, sure, but lose like a champion. Because it's not winning that counts. What counts is trying. Thank you for coming this evening.
Hang on a second. Okay. The gentleman that Nick was talking about, John Wood, if you ever get a chance, the man is, that book he has, he's got some great quotes that are used everywhere by several people. And that one right there was awesome. Every year I try to share something with the girls and guys before they leave. All I'm going to tell you is finish out your year, have fun, make it a good ending. You know, do the right things. All I'm asking. Like I always told you when you played for me, if you want attention, don't do it in the hallways of school. Do it on the field. That will work for you the rest of your life. Big thanks to Julie Rao for picture taking. Does a phenomenal job. And as always, a big thanks to Calvin. Because this year, some of the sports I was able to coach, we did pretty good, and there were games I wanted to look at, and when I wanted something, of course, I don't know how to text, I don't know how to do anything like that. Carol would do it, and the next thing you know, I'd have a CD or something ready for me, and it's just so handy to have. You know, as a coach, sometimes you got to put up with his one-liners, but as my ex-father-in-law once told me, it's good for somebody to give you a shot once in a while. Okay? And before I leave tonight, I've been lucky. Even this year, I was able to meet 4 or 5 new coaches downstate and stuff, and you always talk and hear different things. But there was an athlete years ago, and I always turned to Calvin for this. Her name was Julie Moore, and she was phenomenal basketball player. And I called her up one day, and we talked, and I always wrote these notes. And there was some things she said that I always shared with seniors before they left. You know, and seniors, you learned a lot from athletics. You learn hard work and sweat are good for you. And you learn the first and most important thing is attitude. Athletics is only a game. Everyone loses, not only you, and defeat isn't fatal or final unless you let it be that way. Everyone that you met in your athletic lives all the way through has helped shape you into who you are today. And this world today needs people like you young people going out there to make it a better place. We need that. This whole world needs to regroup, and you young people got to get us back on track. Remember always, keep an open mind, and I'll tell you a little secret. You treat people the way you want to be treated, your life's going to be a lot different. After tonight, you know, you're going to get certificates, and you're going to get plaques, and you're going to hang them on the wall for a while and stuff like that, and then later on in life, after you pack them away, you'll take them out once in a while, but the lessons you learned and the friends you made are the things you have to remember. I remember my mother, well, she's still here, God bless her, 91 years old. She told me, you know, if you got one good friend, you were a wealthy person. You know, and I look around this room and I feel like I'm a rich man, and a lot of you should feel the same way. So in closing, you know, you look around, and some of these faces have become real routine in your life. Take me here, take me there, okay? Not always the most pleasant rides home after a tough loss, or what'd you do that for? I'm sure that's like a few light bulbs in some parents and athletes. I know it does with me. Some of these faces became routine and neglected. Some of these faces after graduation night, and I'm telling you the truth, and you can ask anybody, ask your parents, after graduation night, some of these faces you may never see again. Never. Okay? So remember that these last couple of weeks. And whether it's a teammate or a coach or a teacher, and even good old mom and dad, let them know how important they've been to you. With a handshake, or how about a big hug and a thank you? Okay? Seniors, good luck, and God bless you.